Alright, finally able to sit down with the Mark IV, which is this amp right here. It's a Mesa Boogie Mark IV. It's a 91 Rev A, and that goes into a whole bunch of other stuff if you are into these kind of amps. But I know when I got it, I said I was going to record it, but there's just so many things that it does. Then I realized I wanted to actually make my guitar as versatile as the amp. So then I worked on and added the middle single coil, and I'll kind of explain what I did there. So before, the only tones I had that the guitar could do is this humbucker, the bridge humbucker. Which, I mean, it's fine, but it just, you'll see once I get to the other stuff that it just doesn't do the right thing. Then I had this, and you can kind of hear the noise come in there. This is a sustainiac, but it also works as a pickup, and it uses a preamp to compensate for it not being a real pickup, I guess you could say. And so that sounds like this. But it still doesn't do the thing. It has a weird, with the 7-string, you can see this little slit right here. It's actually because this pickup is two halves. One half is here, one half is here, and there's kind of like a dead spot right there below the D string. And when you've been playing as long as I have, you notice that it's not fun. And then the noise, because you can kind of hear it coming in and out, but when you're playing with like a compressor, very noticeable. So now here's the fun part. Here's the middle pickup that I just added. Kind of piano thing that it does where it sounds like you put brand new strings on your guitar, but it just sounds like that everywhere, or it kind of has an acoustic thing going on. So another thing I added is this humbucker is able to be split, but it wasn't wired to originally. So then I added this push-pull. So then now I got this single coil. So you can, it's very bright though. So that's nice for like Strat stuff. Second channel, so we're not even into like the heavier lead stuff. And then like there's this middle position between the middle pickup and the single coil humbucker here, which I have coil tap. So then this kind of has like a twang to it. Just the middle pickup with some gain. everything. And then I can still get, because the humbucker's great for some lead stuff like this. So this is with nothing in front of the amp, which means that all the gain and fizz and whatever you want to call it is coming from the amp, and then it has a delay and reverb on top of it. So there's no overdrive in front of it, it's just the guitar and the amp. So this has always been my dream amp, and it just that sound that it does without any other pickups, it just does a thing that's very and there's, with just this channel, the lead channel, there's so many ways that this interacts with the amp, because like these push in and out, so does this, but I'm not going to really change that because it's going to affect the recording and what I'm doing. But I also set up this loop, so I had finally finished my cabinet, which now had 6 12-inch Eminence private jacks, and then I added some Celestion 7080s up top, which people kind of like throw them away because they don't like how they sound, but they're pretty good sound if you push them, because they're meant to be like a higher power rating speaker, so they're really good for when you're driving it with a very powerful amp. So I have this looping setup, which got into another rabbit hole, because this amp, the designer of this amp's like a genius. He started as like a hot rodded Fender, so that's where you get that really nice clean channel 1, and then you have all the different gain stages. In the back of this, it has 2 output ones. That's like a recording output that you can put right into a mixer, and it can basically emulate miking up a speaker cab, which does pretty good. And then there's an even more interesting output, which is derived from the output stage of the amp, and you don't really see that a lot, because the output stage of an amp is where all the, like 100 something watts is coming out of with this powerful of an amp. So the only other way to get that before is from an attenuator or a load box, but this has got that built in. So now I can record from the amp as it is, loop it, and then output it into this second amp, which is obscured by the video, but I have just a solid state power amp, which is re-amplifying the loop through the other set of private jacks. So you'll see it's like I get to separate the loops instead of it all coming out of one set of speakers, which gets very jumbled and compressed and it doesn't sound good. But now I can loop something, play it back, and then it's coming out of the same cabinet, but the cabinet's separated. So it's kind of like a stereo surround sound effect that you get from it. That's enough talking. I got this loop set up. So of course, in my nest of wires, I hit something loose. But anyway, hopefully you get the point of everything that's been going on. It's crazy what everything this can do.